Casserole is a film podcast filled with dubious opinions, plot spoilers, and a healthy sprinkling of bad language. Thanks for listening.
Hey guys, welcome to Casserole. Thanks for listening. Just wanted to give you a quick heads up ahead of this episode. We noticed after recording that one of the microphones wasn't quite set up properly, so some of the audio on this might be a little hit or miss. Obviously, this is very new to us and we're just getting going. The next couple of episodes, the audio improves a lot, so please give us a go and stick with us, okay? Hope you enjoy.
Take a much loved movie and stir in a different cast. Add a hint of nonsense for a flavor that will last. Garnish it with fun, film facts and food for the soul. It's a tasty, yummy, silly, funny movie casserole. Casserole.
Welcome to Casserole, a podcast that each week aims to serve you up a delicious recasting of your favourite films. I'm Jim, and joining me at the stove each week are my two co-hosts, Nick and Sam.
Hello, hi.
Welcome.
Hello.
Why don't you start off by you two just introducing yourself? Maybe give us your favourite film this week.
Good question. Wait, this week?
Well,
or favourite film ever?
But just for this episode, tell us what your favourite film of all time is.
Well, okay. Well, hi, I'm Sam. We are in my kitchen at the moment.
Very
which
nice
is,
kitchen.
which is lovely, you know, state of the art as ever. I like a lot of films. I'm probably the filmiest of the three. Is that safe to say?
I think we'll find out. I
Oh,
think
that's
you
a good
are,
point.
from what we've
Yeah.
spoken so far. I think you will
Yeah.
be. But,
It's definitely not Jim, though, right?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. I'm the least filmy person ever.
I can
That's
tell
good.
you. I can tell you why it's not Jim, because the other day when he texted us, when he WhatsApped us saying, "Hang on a minute, boys, the Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor is on ITVX or something." Just wondering, lads, you checking in?
And I was like, oh, that is the worst one. Yeah, that's not my favourite film of all time, definitely.
Shame.
Yeah, my favourite film. Right, so this is always an area of controversy, and people make fun of me. My favourite film is actually 6 films, and it is the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Hobbit trilogy.
Oh, okay.
And that is
That's a bit of a cheat.
it's a bit of a
A
cheat.
bit of a cheat. Pick one.
The Two Towers.
Oh, good choice.
Ooh.
Which is
Strong choice.
which everyone's like, really? But it's definitely not Return of the King, which I love and is really strong.
Yeah.
The Fellowship, I think, probably is the best film. I mean, you know, being the first one and being so brilliant. But Return of the King, The Two Towers, that Helm's Deep battle sequence is enough. That's just, it's so good. And I actually know and work with one of the extras that was in that battle. He played one of the Uruk-hai.
Oh, really?
And yeah, he just said like filming it was just so much fun. And
I
just
was
told
going to
me
say,
all
you've got to be gutted not to have been cast in that.
about it.
Surely.
Well, I mean, when it came out, I was probably about 15.
Okay.
So
Not as...
don't go working out my
um,
age, everyone that's listening to this now, because I'm old.
Not as dwarven or orc.
I have cultivated the dwarven look. Yeah, I am definitely made for sprinting. Not sprinting far. But no, Lord of the Rings. That is just and you know what? It's going to be difficult for you guys because it's not even up for debate. They're the best films ever made.
Don't know about that.
Script adaptation, props, like miniatures, like just everything. They are the best films, like hands down. And they don't need recasting, so we'll never be doing them on the podcast.
Oh, we're doing that. We're definitely doing
I
that.
mean, absolutely no chance. I'm not sitting through a director's cut of one of the Lord of the Rings films to then sit there and go, I don't know.
Well, you can't. You have to sit through like all 12 and a half hours of all 3 director's cuts, right?
That's the thing, right? It's all well and good.
Oh yeah, to get a recast of those films, you would need to watch the lot.
Exactly.
Because if you're going to recast the first one, that recasting may not work for the third one.
They're a big commitment, though, Sam. That's my only thing with those epics and they're of a very particular genre, right? They're high fantasy. You have to be into that shit to begin with, and you have to be willing to commit, like you said, 12 hours of your life all in.
Okay.
So I'm all in for commitment. Best film of all time? I don't know about that. They're great fantasy action films.
Right, this podcast is done. the casserole's burnt on the stove, right? It's done. Right, come on, Nick, what's yours then?
I don't think I have a favourite film of all time. I think what we're going to recast today, when I was growing up, would have been a very, very big contender.
Yeah, that's
100%.
it's in my top 10, 100%.
Amazing.
It's great.
What I can say is given that we're recording on Halloween, we're not recasting a particular kind of Halloween-y horror film, but given that we're recording on Halloween, there's lots of horror Halloween-y films that have been on recently. So a couple that I've watched and I've really enjoyed, I don't know if you guys have seen it. One is called Talk to Me. It's an Australian horror film. Very, very good. It's kind of a really cool modern take around kind of demonic possession and all that kind of stuff. Great effects, super creepy.
I mean, I have to say,
You'll be shocked to know, Nick. I've never heard of that film.
Guys, check it out. It's on Netflix. Really enjoyed it. And then the other one I watched is a film with Scarlett Johansson called Under the Skin, I think it's called. You guys heard of that one?
No.
It's a very arty, very kind of weird film. Scarlett Johansson plays like some kind of alien creature. It's the weirdest setting to see a really big actor like Scarlett Johansson. She's prowling the streets of Glasgow, hunting for single men she's kind of like an alien Black Widow. She like takes them home.
It's a bit like
and,
Species.
devours their
Like, do you
soul.
remember Species?
It's not dissimilar. Yeah.
God, that's
Imagine Species
that's a
set
very
in
bad
Glasgow. It's bizarre. It's
Species.
very arty.
Channel 5, 10 o'clock on a Friday.
You seem like an alien.
But yeah, I really.
Well, I mean,
so
do you know
love
what?
horror.
I mean, maybe I'm not the most cinephile person in this podcast saying, because I haven't seen either of those.
Oh,
Although, having said that, I'm actually a massive wuss when it comes to films.
Oh,
yeah, I like
Okay.
terrified.
I'm the same. Horror.
Oh, yeah.
I won't go near a horror film.
Right, there we
Really,
are.
I'm all in. Scary.
Well,
same with video games.
Yeah.
Films. I will not go
Really?
near a horror.
Yeah.
I'm a huge
I'm
watch
not
when it
all
comes to
for
that.
kind of like gore fest, right? Like
No.
Spider Fest. I feel like that's a bit. It's not always necessary, but the films that really get under your skin, so to speak, the
Hey,
films
wow.
that really unsettle you, really kind of psychological horror, I'm all in on those ones. So maybe we'll get to recast. I can persuade you to watch some of those.
God.
Or recast them.
I mean, it's going to take a lot of persuading.
Yeah, we'll have PTSD on
Maybe-
the on the podcast.
Maybe a lot of
These
beer.
would just be therapy.
Yeah.
Probably a lot of beer to go along with it. You know, it's going to take a bit to get me to watch one of them.
So, what about you, man? What's
Well,
your favourite film?
I'm kind of the same as Nick. I don't really have a favourite film.
Well, this is a good question to start with.
Yeah,
This is really...
because I don't know. I'm one of them. I'm really hard to please when it comes to a film. I'm more of a easy watch kind of guy. So
Yeah.
chuck me a trashy action film, can guarantee I'm going to sit there and love it.
Just put it out there. Would The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor be up there with the best?
We probably need to-
I haven't watched it.
You didn't watch it?
I didn't watch it because I was busy. I was watching.
So trying to get us to fucking watch it.
I
You were
was
like,
okay to
I'm
watch it. I was
skipping
just pointing out that it was on TV.
So yeah, we should probably clarify, right? So Jim messaged us a couple of days ago, just being like, "Oh, Mummy 3, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor's on TV. You guys going to check it out?" And obviously, Nick and I, having seen this film, it was a resounding no. We are not going to be watching this film. And like you were like, "Oh, I haven't watched it," and I'm like, "Yeah, no, I wouldn't." Like, I mean, I don't want to throw.
So I didn't watch it.
Well,
that glowing review from you two, I was like, well, I better not watch it.
yeah, I don't want to throw shade at films, but I mean, it's not the best.
I think in the end we watched maybe Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Well,
And where do we go from there?
I feel like we've now lost all our listeners. So.
Look,
should we
we
introduce
needed
what we're
we needed to find a film for our lad to watch, and it was Mummy or Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, there's no contender really, is there?
Yeah.
It's Alvin and the Chipmunks.
And well, I mean, we have all got kids, so to be fair, a lot of times if we say, "Well, if we watch this week," it will be
A lot of
Trolls
Disney,
2.
a lot of
Yeah,
all
it'll
of
be
that
all
stuff.
that stuff. Which you know,
Can be-
you know,
they
those
can be
they can be
enjoyable.
good. They can be good
a
stuff.
lot of time.
Sounds great.
There's a lot of trash.
Right.
Right,
So
why are we here, guys?
wow.
Good question. Why are we here? Because
Very.
apparently some of us love films, some of us not so
Some
much.
of us are on the wrong
And
podcast.
apparently some of us are just here for the ride.
Just wandered in.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I've watched a lot of films where there's either been a particular role where I've thought, oh, what would it be like if a different actor was playing that role? Or even, it's kind of more extreme, what would this film be like if it had completely different cast from the ground up? And I think that's kind of like leading what we want to do here, isn't it?
So have you thought I'd quite like to cast a role in that film?
Oh, you kids.
No, I shouldn't have laughed. You've got,
Well, that's right. No one else will.
Oh, you've got your cheap laugh.
Maybe it's a good time to point out as well that in terms of the casserole pun, was literally a name that we thought of for the podcast. At no point in this sort of concept did we think that we'd introduce cooking or food. But now we have to squeeze this metaphor every hour.
Yeah. We are going to sprinkle it with a bit of humour, and we're going to chop up some body parts. I don't know.
Adam's the broth that is the script of life.
I mean, I quite like cooking. You guys, I mean, you're rubbish on films. Are you good at cooking, Jim?
I've got a recipe in front of me. I'm all right in the kitchen.
Oh, there we are.
I love cooking.
I mean, thanks for pointing out that whatever I've written down here is worth fuck all, considering my opinions on films. Brilliant.
You know, you've got
Fuck
something.
it, I'm going to recast Sam Neill as Barney the dinosaur. Done.
Well, you've given some away there, haven't you?
And with that spoiler, should we introduce the very first film in the very first episode that we are going to create a delicious, tasty casserole?
Yeah, we've gone big, haven't we? I don't know what made us think let's go for this one, but we're going for Jurassic Park.
Yeah, we are.
30 years old this year.
It's
been
it's very close.
integral part of our childhoods. We were probably, we were all 6-7 years old when this film came out.
Yeah.
Watched it numerous times. It's in a word, it's just an iconic film, isn't it?
Yeah, it's classic. And I think probably, as Nick pointed out earlier about, thinking about like, oh, what would a different person be in this? I don't think we've picked kind of one that obviously is classic and iconic, but we've picked ones where the casting was brilliant.
Yeah.
We're not even saying that we're necessarily going to do it better.
Yeah.
It's
it'll be a worse film.
Most people are going to get very offended at what we pick, I think.
The film that we make is not going to have spawned like 5 sequels.
It is not going to be the $1 billion franchise when we're done with it.
It might be like a B movie straight to VHS. Yeah.
But I think
pound bargain bucket in pound shop,
Well, I mean, exactly. But I think it's a good one for us to start with because one, it's not like a controversial film. Like I think most people who've seen it like it. I think most people
say a bad word about
exactly. This film. And I think again, the casting was good. It's not like overly like political that we've got to be worried about anything like that. It's just a really good film with a really good cast. But what if? Because some of the roles. For the ones that I've picked could be really interesting. Yeah. And actually, we probably should caveat right now that there is sort of a loose kind of framework for how we're recasting these films, right?
Yeah.
So
very loose.
We've taken the cast now for certain films that might be a cast of like 4 or 5 because it's less of a cast or there's more main actors and then it's sort of supporting. Obviously, with Jurassic Park, we were looking at it and I think what have we gone with 11?
About 12, I think.
About
13.
12.
So we've got the vast majority of like the big casted roles, haven't we? I think in terms of timing, we had to sacrifice a couple of the smaller parts. So maybe if anyone's thought of anyone for those slightly smaller parts, we can throw them in.
Yeah, definitely. Let us know.
Yeah.
But and each of us, we then divvied up the cast and each of us then thought about who we might have in those roles. And we've kind of thought, who would be our pick if we were going to pick this purely on like who we really like or who we think would be quirky in the role or who would make it their own. But then also, if that one's kind of a bit out of left field, then we could also pick what we've called like our Hollywood pick. So what we think, sort of the big producers would pick, are they, the ones that are going to make bank, So if there's a chance, Dwayne Johnson, he'll be in a role, right? Because he's like the highest paid.
Just right,
highest person. Exactly, yeah.
That motherfucker will be in anything.
It'll be the Triceratops at the beginning. And then our final pick, if like we don't always have to have 3, but then we could have like what we call like our joke pick or a dark horse pick or like one that's really out there or maybe changes the gender or the ethnicity or something that we just think would be like really different.
A spicy meatball, if you will.
Spicy! Just a pepper, I guess.
Keep on squeezing that metaphor.
Exactly.
Why don't we talk about our earliest memories of the film?
Oh, nice. Yeah.
It's a 30-year-old film. We were all quite young when it came out. Would you have watched it when you were 7, or is this one you would have come to a few years later?
Yeah. So I I saw it at the cinema. I definitely did see it at the cinema, which that probably just shows back then, back in the early 90s. I can't imagine. It was probably like...
I think it might have been rated a PG.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, do you remember they
got
used to
away
have
with
like a
PG,
12A, didn't
Yeah,
they?
that didn't come in
Yeah.
until, I think 12A's didn't come in until post-2000.
So they snuck this in as a PG. I think
It's definitely not PG.
It's definitely,
There's
no.
no. I mean, people get
Well, heavy
named
parental
by-
guidance. Parental
I
guidance.
mean, I could be wrong on that, but I think when it was released in 1993, I think it might have been a PG.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure it was. And if you think about it in terms of the mass market that they needed to sell this film to,
Yeah.
kids, the toys, the
Well,
marketing,
exactly.
everything, it had to be. So, yeah.
To say there was no way parents back then were going, oh, yeah, just go watch this 15-rated film,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I
and
mean,
then
so
just buy you all the toys attached to it.
that's the thing. So my two memories are I did see it at the cinema. I don't really remember being scared. I'm more scared of it watching it now. it's like, I think at the time it was like cool dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And then I had all the toys. I was that kid that had
Did
all the
you?
toys from all the films.
Did you have the Jeep?
I
Jeep was the best.
I had the
toy.
Jeep.
Yeah.
I had the Jeep, and I had like the T-Rex that when you like hit its feet on the floor, it would go.
Oh, sick.
And like when you squeezed its side, it would do the. That's terrible. That's more of a raptor, right? That's more of a raptor.
No one can make that noise, though.
What the
No,
T-Rex?
that
That is
recreate
a
that noise.
horrific
No.
noise to try and make.
And I think they made, I don't know if anyone else is planning to talk about this, but how they made a lot of the dinosaurs sound effects and calls.
I've not got that in my
and that
notes.
kind of thing.
No.
So the sound engineers mix a lot of like real life animal noises.
Yeah.
So the T-Rex is like a mixture of like fuck knows what, like a rhino.
I think it's a lion. I think it's got a lion in there. Yeah.
Like all mixed in together to create like the ultimate
Dinosaur
animal
noise.
dinosaur
Mm.
roar. Yeah. Which
Yeah,
is
because
super
obviously
cool.
we don't know actually what they sound
It
like.
might have been like.
Yeah. Like just a creaky door. That's like Halloween, right? It's just a creaky door sound.
The T-Rex is coming.
It's not going to have the same ring to it, is it?
I do know. I mean, maybe we should keep this for our fact corner later on. But I do know that whole thing, vision based on movement, has never been a thing. They never thought that.
They took a lot of liberties with
Yeah.
the so-called science
Yeah.
biology of this, didn't they?
I'm sorry if that's
don't work for
sorry if
the
that's
film."
crushing anybody's memories of the film.
So you mean to say if there was a T-Rex chasing me and I stayed still, that's not going to help? It
No.
would still fuck me up.
And if you ran, it would
Still fuck
also
you up.
fuck you up.
Isn't it also that the Velociraptor as well was believed to be nowhere near the
Yeah, it's
size?
tiny. It's like the size of a
Tiny,
turkey. Yeah. So when he says, "Oh, it looks like a big turkey," that's probably the most accurate line in the film. It actually is.
Nice. I've got, this was a massive film for me growing up. It was one of those. I think this and Home Alone 2 I had on VHS and it just got watched repeatedly, sometimes daily. I absolutely rinsed this film as a kid. But my sort of defining memory of it isn't the film. It is the actual physical cassette of the VHS.
Yeah, the
In
black.
the house, the black
Yeah.
with the red and black logo, the white Jurassic Park. And in my house, we had two cats growing up. And they
Jurassic
really-
and Park.
Sadly not.
No.
Sadly not. Bruno and Tyson.
Oh,
And there was only two things my cats were scared of growing up. One was the vacuum cleaner,
right, classic.
and the other one was the cassette for the VHS of Jurassic Park. Any other video cassette you would get out and put it on the carpet or something, we couldn't give a shit. Get Jurassic Park out, they just left the room immediately. They did not like it. There was something about it. So yeah, that was my kind of childhood memory. And then kind of as an adult, the defining thing about this movie for me is that the music theme from this film is what my wife walked down the aisle to when we got married.
Wow.
So, I love the music from this film, and we'll talk about the scoring from John Williams, I'm sure.
Well, actually, that's one of the bits. Because and it's interesting you said Home Alone 2 actually, because John Williams did Home Alone films as well.
Oh, really?
And there's so many. Like if you listen to the two scores, they're so similar. Like some of the audio signatures are really similar.
Yeah.
And it's interesting you said that. My wife and I walked down the aisle to.
Hang on. Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Yeah. The song at the end of the Return of the King.
Oh,
Into
my
the West
God.
by Annie Lennox.
Did you?
Yeah. Without the lyrics, just like the music from it.
Okay, nice.
But yeah, so there you are. And we walked out of the church to Indiana Jones's. Yeah. So
Also John Williams.
Exactly. Or John Williams. Yeah. Oh,
Nice.
man. Yeah.
So many good film soundtracks. Unbelievable.
So, Jim, earliest memories? Well, you watched it for the first time last week, right?
Yeah. I definitely didn't go and watch it in the cinema. I know for a fact I would have done that. I imagine it would have, my first time watching it would have probably been on the VHS at home. Probably got it for Christmas, but I would have just been nagging my parents to buy it for me. And like Nick, would rack the absolute shit out of that VHS because I just remember it being a huge thing for me in primary school. Always wanted the toys, never getting the toys. Mates had the toys, going around their house and playing with the toys. It was just huge. It was all like, and it's dinosaurs. What's not to love about dinosaurs when you're a kid?
And it's done so well. It is done so well.
Should we give a little summary of for anyone that's like been in a cupboard for the last 30 years, or maybe
what a VHS is?
I
feel like that's what we need to explain.
But also just like the premise of the film.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
there might be some younger people.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. So if you haven't seen it, I mean,
obviously it spawned 100 spin-offs and sequels.
It spanned like
TV series and
one okay spin-off, one barely passable, and then 3 really bad new ones.
Yeah.
Nick, why don't you you've got the old synopsis up there? Why don't you take us through it?
Okay, so the film is set on the fictional island of Isla Nublar.
I think it's Isa Nublar.
Oh, thank you.
Isa, yeah.
Isa Nublar, okay.
Good start.
Yeah.
Good start.
Thanks very much. Off Central America's Pacific coast near Costa Rica, where a wealthy businessman, John Hammond, and a team of genetic scientists have created a wildlife park of de-extinct dinosaurs. When industrial sabotage leads to a catastrophic shutdown of the park's power facilities and security precautions, a small group of visitors, including Hammond's grandchildren, struggle to survive and escape the now perilous island.
Screams kid film, that doesn't it?
I mean,
Screams kids film.
Industrial espionage was it sabotage? Industrial
struggles to survive the island.
Yeah.
Screams kids film, doesn't it?
I love it. I mean, that is obviously they were. A lot of these films are going to be from the 90s, right? We're going to do a lot.
The thing is, this is obviously based on the book by Michael Crichton. Amazingly, studios were bidding for the rights to this film, the rights to the book, before the book had even been published. So presumably, Crichton was like hot shit.
He was on for a winner.
I do know his name. I swear I know his name from other
he's
stuff.
done loads and loads.
Yeah.
He's done. He did one adventure book where humans get shrunk down to the size of ants and have to combat insects.
And is that Honey, I Shrunk the Kid?
So maybe that stopped this from happening. You basically imagine Jurassic Park, but they get.
Did he do a sequel where one child grew and grew and grew?
Yeah.
But and obviously, here we are, directed by Spielberg through Universal Studios, just turned into the absolute mammoth film that we know and love today.
And it was just perfect, wasn't it? I mean, every kid. I mean, not every kid, but loads of kids love dinosaurs, and the idea that dinosaurs are back, alive. And I think what was really interesting about that first one is it didn't show you loads of kids running around a park seeing dinosaurs, which was interesting to then see in later films and the newer ones, seeing what it would actually be like as a functional park. That was interesting.
Spoiler alert, not very good.
Well, I mean, elements of it were okay, but yeah, running in high heels wasn't one of them. Anyway, but that idea that it was so tantalizingly close, it's almost the showing you what you could have got if it had worked.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is something I obviously didn't appreciate when I was a kid, but now I watch it, I'm that sort of longing for if they really did do that and it did work and we did get to see it.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Because even us, we're in rainy old England. And we have zoos which have certain animals in, whatever your feelings on animals in zoos. I don't want to get into that, but when you do get to go and see some of these animals up close and in person, it is even for a rhino or an elephant or something. You're wow, those things are
there's
something
crazy. Incredible about it. Isn't it? It's real life, but it's bigger than that somehow. And
so to see such iconic things that have been dead for so long, I think it taps into everyone's kind of mystique.
I think as well, this is such a classic Spielberg picture. I think if in its sort of purest form, it's a really simple sequence of really effective set pieces.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like some of them are so simple, and I think he really takes time on like the things that maybe other directors would have thought.
Tack on a load of shit.
Yeah, or like weren't even needed. Like the times when they're going through in the Jeep and the chit chat in the Jeep, like a lot of the exposition and stuff. It's just really effective, simple filmmaking.
So even though they're just in a Jeep chatting, you can still just get a sense of the atmosphere around not just the Jeep but the island.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and you don't see a dinosaur for what, like at least half an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
You don't see one, and I mean that is obviously like a classic kind of film trope back in the day, which has kind of been lost a bit. You know, that whole thing of like not, you know, I mean, you know, we're not going to spoil. We don't know what films we might do in the future, but like Alien, you don't see the alien for so long, and that makes it so much scarier.
Yeah, because your mind is always
exactly.
Do something more powerful.
And so the fact you don't see dinosaurs, and then when you do, you see them and they're kind of cool, but it's not obviously like the T-Rex, it's not the raptor and stuff.
Well, it's things like that which add to like the horror elements of this film. Like you don't see the Velociraptor until the last third of the film.
Yeah.
But you've already heard it twice. Once right at the beginning, and then when they actually go past the paddock and feed it, and all you do is you see a rustle and you hear a noise and you think, oh, what the fuck's that going to look like?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and it keeps you guessing. When it reveals, you go, fucking hell.
Quite literally.
Yeah, I think if Ellie Sadler had the chance, she would probably have said, fucking hell, what's that?
Yeah.
In a mild sort of Cockney accent like that as well. Fucking hell! What the fuck's this? What have you brought down here? What the raptor?
I'm not sure where it went with that accent.
It was squeaky. It was.
He found something and he ran with it.
Yeah, he did.
Recasting.
Yes.
Well, I think actually the only place to start, I think, is we should start with Hammond. Because for me, Hammond is the start of this entire film, right? He's the basis. He sets everything up. He's the person that's set up the park. Do you know what I mean? He's kind of, everything stems from Hammond for me. I feel like that's a good place to start.
It's good. I mean,
I'm not against it.
I'll start with Hammond then.
Okay.
So I've got Hammond. So originally, obviously played by Richard Attenborough. And like right off the bat, they recast it.
He's fucking great.
He's great.
Yeah, he's super great.
Right? And I mean, he is the brother of David Attenborough. And so he's got that gravitas that we all know and love. And like him talking about these animals and stuff, it's really similar to like hearing it almost for me when I was like, because even when I was a kid, you know, you always know there's Attenborough specials and you watched them. And so like it was weird, like it almost made what he was talking about when he was talking about dinosaurs feel like real. Like your mind was like, oh, I know that kind of similar voice and that name talking about like lions and tigers out in the wild.
Yeah.
And it's now talking about like dinosaurs in the park. And it was like, oh, that's like really realistic, really believable.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, he's obviously brilliant. You know, sadly passed away and would obviously be like way too old to play it anymore. And, you know, this is all going to be really boring and really quick podcast if we just say keep the same actor.
David's still going there. So
he is.
You know,
you get him in.
He's just
Yeah.
done Banner of 3 as well. So
Exactly. Yeah. Let's wrap him in cotton wool. We can't lose him.
we can.
let's get that man to 100.
So my pick, my like personal one, is kind of a bit changing it up. The one I've done for my Hollywood one, which we'll get into, I feel is a little bit like casting somebody that they think could do a similar job to Attenborough.
Yeah.
So I didn't want that to be my pick. I wanted mine to be a bit different. And I've gone with Ken Watanabe.
Nice.
So Ken Watanabe, Jim, for you. So he's the guy in Inception. The Asian gentleman that they're trying to that's got the company. Sato, I think his name is.
Yeah.
And have you seen Inception?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the. Yes, I've seen Inception.
So he's the guy.
How about The Last Samurai?
The Last Samurai.
I've seen it like once a long time ago.
Okay.
Okay.
So he's done a lot of
So
stuff.
that is a really bad.
He's the guy.
reference point.
He's the guy in Inception that's getting coal back into the country. Like he's the guy that they're doing the job
Yes.
for.
Okay.
Okay. But he's like basically the thing with Hammond that I think is really key, and this will come up with sort of the 3 picks that I've gone with, is he's got to be like really energetic and really enthusiastic and like boundless energy and has that feeling of he is going forward, whether it's the right decision or not, but he is going to take that path. And I think Watanabe has that kind of that presence about him.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you can't just have somebody that is not likable. Like, he's got to be likable and ultimately, in the end, redeemable. And I think that casting would really kind of, sum that up.
That's the thing about Hammond, right? Ultimately, a lot of people die under his kind of watch. He's set up this park and it's all gone tits up. A lot of people die. But even at the end, when they're helicoptering off the island, you're still like, hey, lovely old guy.
Yeah, and you
Can't be too mad at him.
He's a sweet old guy.
And you almost feel sorry for him because he's lost everything,
Yeah.
So that's my kind of pick. Changed it up a bit. I think he would add his own spin on it. Obviously, might affect the casting of the grandchildren later on, but if he wasn't going to be the guy, if they thought that it was changing up too much or he wasn't available, or whatever, my Hollywood pick, which I think is I don't want to say it's like an easy choice, but I think Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, that was going to be an obvious
yeah.
choice, wasn't it?
It is an obvious choice, right? They're quite similar.
Big time Hollywood pick, I think.
Yeah, I mean, and he would be bank, and he would do it great.
Yeah,
he would have that gravitas, and he would have that. I think he would take it in a slightly different direction. I think he would take it darker.
100%. The film would not be the same film with Anthony Hopkins led.
He's got a little bit more gravitas about him, isn't he? Like you said, an edge.
A bit more maniacal, Like I think he would kind of take that, like,
Hammond would not be the lovable old man in that film.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You would at the end of that film, you wouldn't be thinking. You'd be thinking, good, fucking deserve that, the prick.
Yeah. You are going to be sued like a mother. And my final pick, which is kind of my joke pick, I'm going to try and get this guy.
These are the picks that I want.
Always a good sign when he starts to chuckle first.
It's going to be Michael Caine, right?
You did say you're going to try to get Michael Caine into every film that you cast.
And I mean, it's an old guy, right? That was it. That was my only thing. Not that Michael Caine's a bad actor. I love Michael Caine.
Would he be peak Michael Caine?
He'd be like,
Please.
Go on, please.
He'd be like Alfred, right? He'd be like, we're Bruce. I tried so hard, Bruce. And he'd be like that, he'd be like, he's broken when his voice like cracks, like, oh God. And he'd be really sad. He'd be like, could you please take a gas powered Jeep and go get my grandchildren? We have spared no expense on this park, right? Hold up, lads. The raptor cage is open.
James and I, funny enough, were talking about this very scene on the way over, and the fact that the number of times that Hammond says we've spared no expense.
Right.
Apart from, the one thing we can do is afford a gate that opens on its fucking own. We have to hire a gatekeeper whose sole job it seems, is to lift the gate manually.
And I want to know how fucking strong that bloke is. Because it's not attached to anything electronic, and this gate is holding a fucking velociraptor in its cage.
Right.
So this thing's got to be fucking sturdy.
Guys,
How fucking strong is that bloke?
we need to look at this film with older heads, right? So Hammond's character is actually revealed in that moment by him saying spared no expense. Because let's remember, this all happens because Nedry doesn't feel like he's being paid enough. So Hammond is sparing expense. He's saying this to all these punters, these investors, these people he's trying to impress. Corners. But he's cutting corners.
Do you know what? I
like any
businessman would.
Any rich person.
No one stays rich by sparing no expense.
And actually, I'm watching the film back now as an adult. Suddenly, all of this exposition that, whereas a kid, just glazed over. Like, we've not taken any of this in.
As a kid, it's just dinosaurs, yay!
The fact that Nedry doesn't feel like he's being paid enough,
right.
which is why he kind of sabotages everything and nicks the embryos. The fact that when he's talking to Dodgson in the cafe.
Dodgson over here.
We got Dodgson!
We haven't recast Dodgson, have we?
No, we haven't.
No. He didn't make the cut.
Obviously, if we did, just going to say Daniel Radcliffe.
That's your one, isn't it?
Stashed Daniel Radcliffe. I had to get him in somewhere because he's not in the rest of my casting. Dodgson is Daniel Radcliffe. We all agree?
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. And that's the thing. Like, there's a very famous scene in there where Hammond is talking about his flea circus, right? No, I'm not going to do the whole thing like it. Yeah, right. It's like a little, high wire trapeze and a little, carousel and a little seesaw, all mechanised. And right, so there's a scene where he's talking about that, and Ellie Sattler, she calls him out on it, and she says, this is an illusion, it is still fake, and that's the thing. Like to know that Hammond's character says he'll spare no expense, and all the fucking technology, and he's got lovely ice cream and kitchens and everything, but he spares expense on security and on the guy setting up the fences and making sure that people are safe is where he's cutting corners. And I didn't really ever pick up on that as a kid, but now I'm just like, every rich person ever, like we said. But I think that does give another edge to it. And actually, that is probably why Anthony Hopkins would be a bad casting, because he would give that edge away too quickly.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, he wouldn't be.
So Michael Caine, right?
Yeah.
So that's my Hammond picks. Who's next then?
Maybe now we've got Hammond, I can't help but think, do we need Grant?
Yeah, we need the people that Hammond gets in. So that's the whole thing. Like you kind of touched upon it. Hammond's made this park. There's an accident actually when one of the employees gets killed. We should probably just say before all this, spoilers, right? Just for the whole podcast, for this whole series.
Spoilers. I mean, do we really need spoilers for a 30-year-old film?
Not expecting spoilers for Jurassic Park.
Yeah, they're going to recast the film without spoiling it. No, we're not. So spoilers, but someone gets killed, and so his investors get worried, and so he has to get in people to certify the park.
Yes.
And he gets
their endorsement.
Yeah, and he gets 3 prominent kind of
paleontologist,
botanist, and a chaotician.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know really.
It
is fucking chaotic.
It certainly is chaos.
So I think that's right. Let's go to you and
Sam Neill.
Yeah.
Okay. Dr. Alan Grant, as I just said, played by Sam Neill.
Already perfect, like a lot of this.
Again, there's not much you can really say. He does the role perfectly. You think paleontologist, you think Sam Neill, you think Alan Grant. You don't think Ross Geller from Friends. Although, do you know what I mean? You're not thinking that.
I wonder how many people are now paleontologists
because
purely of Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Way too many.
Yeah.
The same as marine biologists now. It's just oh come on, or band photographer. Way too.
You just know there were a lot of kids in the 90s saw this film and went, I want to do that.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Not many fucking chaoticians.
Not taking it to the bones. I want to do that. I want to go to the island. I want to run around. But
it's a shame that a mathematician specialising in chaos theory didn't really take off.
No.
Just because of Malcolm.
I had a bit of an issue because, as we've said, I'm not the film guy. That's not me. So I'm not going to be the eloquent one. I'm not going to be able to point across views. I'm not going to be doing that. It's just going to be very bish, bash, bosh, straightforward.
But this is why we need you.
Yeah.
But I came up with 4 names.
4?
Potentially a 5th.
Right.
Because I've kind of got one from another one of my characters I'm recasting that I think actually might be pretty good for this role as well.
Okay.
So I'm going to list off my names.
Right.
And then I'm going to make my pick. Because even now, I'm not 100%.
Right, give us time to process
it. You're going to pick live. You're going to name them, and then you're going to pick.
I've got in the back of my head who I think I'm going to pick, and who I think Hollywood might pick.
Okay.
I'm still not 100%. But first name, DiCaprio.
Right. I mean that is a good pick.
That's a big Hollywood pick. But
Yeah, that's Hollywood.
It is a Hollywood pick, but I was kind of debating it for my pick. The other one, my next one down, I think I'm scrapping him already. It was Chris Pine.
Well, I mean, we've already had a Chris not work out that great in some.
And I think they are. I think as actors, I think they are probably too similar in style.
I definitely think physicality and that kind of vulnerability and sort of irritability that Alan Grant has. Chris Pine could do. I definitely think he'd be kind of the irritable, reluctant grump.
Yeah, the thing about Sam Neill in this role is this is in no way overacted, is it?
No.
You know what I mean? His performance is very kind of subtle at times. He's just going like by the by.
He's doing what you would expect a father to do for his children, really, aren't you?
But that's the thing.
Even though they're not his kids, the whole backstory of Sam Neill is, Ellie Sadler is kind of probing him with the idea of children, isn't she?
But that's the thing.
And he's clearly not for it. And then he's suddenly thrown into this world where he's got to protect these two children that aren't his.
He has that
And he
character
then
arc,
instantly becomes that character, he becomes the father figure. So I think with that in mind, Chris Pine probably would be okay.
Yeah.
He probably would pull that off pretty well.
Well, DiCaprio would be fine with them until they reach 25. Then he'd
No.
jump off.
No, that's not. No, allegedly.
So on to your next pick then.
It's another Hollywood one.
Okay.
Hugh Jackman.
Oh,
This is a Huey kind of role, isn't it? This is Huey.
That's what I mean. I was picturing him I was picturing
similar
him in the
accent.
Why does it feel Huey though? What has he done before that this feels like I can already see him in the shirt with the little red necktie?
role. I don't know. I can't.
Australia?
I've not seen the film, so I can't. Again, not a reference.
He plays an Australian.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
You
I
could
like
just
that.
picture him in the hat, the blue shirt, the little tie.
Yeah, you could.
Do you know what? I'd not thought about that pick, but now you've said it, I totally think that would be a great.
That was the
Mm.
name I was leaning towards. Was Hugh Jackman. My out there pick was Tom Hanks.
Yeah, I can see him. I mean,
It
definitely.
would obviously automatically age the character a bit more, and obviously the physicality would be probably a bit less.
Well, it depends what
again,
era Tom Hanks.
I was thinking not super modern, but not
Yeah,
old Tom Hanks. I kind of
because he has had that role, hasn't he?
He has
With
had-
like the neckerchief and the hat, the
and
cowboy
obviously he has done a
hat.
lot of the
I can
action
picture
in the
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
like the Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons. He's had that role with.
Oh, yeah, that's the... Yeah,
So again,
that's
he has had the physical kind of action role.
Yeah.
I think they're all solid picks. I think they're all brilliant. And now the problem is I think Hugh Jackman for me is because I think Hanks. Because Road to Perdition and things like that. Like he's not the lovable person always. I just think the Alan Grant needs to be very curmudgeonly. You know, that word where he's just like, oh, I don't want kids, I don't like kids, and then like I'm not.
But then suddenly,
Yeah.
I got to protect these kids with my life.
Yeah.
I almost feel like with Hugh Jackman though, the thing about Sam Neill's performance in this as well is, I think amongst all the characters, he almost shows like the least emotion.
Yeah.
Would you accept that? Like, there's
Yeah.
loads of shit
I
going on.
would agree.
In no times is he like you've got
He
you've got
doesn't
Ellie
seem-
Sadler who's like
Worst run in cinema history.
Well, she
Worst running.
She did have some
It's-
sort of limp, right?
Even with a limp, come on, that is horrific. That is that is got to be the most overacted run I think I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
that's
It's
the
so
That-
hammy.
That crying when she locks the gate.
And then apparently proceeds to run the entire length of a fucking island to link up with Sam Grant again.
There you are.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Sam Neill. Alan Grant, Sam Neill, yeah.
Yeah, one of the same,
Well,
right?
they're all, I mean, they are.
I think the other problem is I think part of the problem we're going to have with this is at the time they came out. I mean, Jeff Goldblum was quite big, but none of them were like huge names.
No.
And I think what we are talking about people now that are names and are established, and that does change things.
Massively.
But
It goes from being kind of like a lesser known to more of a
Yeah,
massive
yeah.
blockbuster.
And-
I mean, obviously it was a massive blockbuster anyway, but with those names attached, it just ups the level of what kind of a blockbuster it is.
yeah,
Would you like to know who else were considered for the actual role?
Oh, are we going to Nicopedia Corner?
Nicopedia Corner.
Fuck's sake.
the debut of Nicopedia Corner. Hit us with it.
I don't know if you guys you know William Hurt.
Oh
Is it
yeah.
So he was offered the role, but turned it down without even reading the script.
Oh.
Kurt Russell, Richard Dreyfuss were considered, but were deemed too expensive.
Kurt Russell would have been a.
Pretty
I
good.
mean, he's a good shout.
And then Harrison Ford and
Right.
Tim Robbins were also offered the role before Sam Neill was cast 3 or 4 weeks before filming began.
Wow. Talk about cutting the line. close.
I mean, all those people would have been good. I mean, Harrison Ford obviously would have.
I think Harrison Ford would have just felt like Indy Light.
Yeah.
Yeah, would that have been around the same time as the...
When was
Jones?
Indiana
By
Jones?
Indy would be late 80s.
I think the first Indiana Jones film was
Got to be in the 80s.
89?
surely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'd be,
Can we fact check that, Wikipedia?
Nope. But we should say, if we didn't, that Jurassic Park was released in 1993.
Yeah, which at time of recording is 30-ish years old. I'm not sure of the month, but we're saying it's 30 years old, right? So
Yeah, it's 30 years, yeah.
that's pretty good. It's not bad. So yeah, I mean, so who are you leaning to in your
My gut was Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
That was my firm top favourite was Hugh Jackman with the outside being then DiCaprio, and then a right rank outsider of Anthony Mackie. There's a name I haven't mentioned because he's someone I'm for another down the line. But when I was looking at my list, I think actually he might fit this role as well.
Mm.
So he was my rank outside choice.
Yeah, I mean that changes things up, doesn't it?
Who are you're definitely leaning to?
I'm locking in Hugh Jackman.
I like Hugh Jackman. Let's go with Jackman. Did we lock in Hammond? Is it Michael Caine?
I mean, if you're happy with Michael Caine,
Yeah, all right, let's beat Michael Caine.
All I know is if you're putting Michael Caine forward for any role as a possibility, I'm locking him in.
Right. Well, that's going to be interesting going forward then.
I had Alan Grant. Nick, I believe you had Ellie Sadler.
I did have Dr. Ellie Sattler, yeah. So the
Botanist.
Botanist.
Paleobotanist.
Paleobotanist,
Yes.
sorry, yeah. So plants expert.
Yeah, dead plants.
Dead plant expert.
Also poo.
And poo.
And
dead
poo.
plants and dino shit.
Well, I guess
Expert.
if you're talking about poo from a herbivore, that's some dead plants right there.
So this is Alan Grant's kind of not even love interest, like they're an
The
established
girlfriend,
couple.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, so we initially meet them both when they're on the dig together, and that's when they initially are uncovering the Velociraptor skeleton. And that's where you get the great scene where Alan Grant pulls out the claw
thing,
and
yeah.
scares the shit out of that kid who's like,
It's just a big turkey.
It's not that scary.
So this was a role originally played by Laura Dern.
Good actress,
Great
other than in
actress.
Star Wars.
Yes.
Not so good in Star Wars.
Great in this film. I think, again, it was a perfect casting pick. She's got like that real kind of warm nature and kind of plays really well that she really knows Alan Grant's character really well. Do you know what I mean? Like she knows what he's like and she still loves him for it and she's trying gently to kind of warm him, get him to warm to some kids, for example.
And she is Hugh Jackman. She is Hugh Jackman. No, she is who humanizes him before his story arc does.
Yes.
Because before, as I've said, he's a grumpy old fart. He doesn't like kids. He doesn't want to do anything. He just likes digging in the dirt. But you can see that she is sweet and kind and lovable and brave and strong.
Yeah.
And if she loves him, he must be a good guy.
That's very, very true. And they have these like really great little conversations throughout the film. Like one of the early ones when they're walking away from the dig, talking about kids, and he's saying, well, they're messy, they smell. She's like, they don't smell.
They
He's like,
blooming
some of them
do.
smell.
They do. We're all dads, they smell.
That's how you know the writer did not have children.
Yeah. I'm now I've had kids. I've never identified more with Alan Grant, right?
So a really good role. For me, where I'm really going to struggle is for every kind of movie where we have like a strong kind of leading lady or main lady role. I'm really going to struggle not to pick the same person because I fucking love this actor. I think they're brilliant. So I'm almost going to have to stop myself from casting them in every role that I can. It's a bit of a Michael Caine situation or like a Danny Radcliffe situation. So some of the people I was initially considering. So I thought about Emma Stone.
Yep.
Could be great in this role. Jennifer Lawrence, I thought could bring...
Oh, I love Jennifer Lawrence. I think she's really good. Yeah.
She's amazing. Could bring a good bit of humour. I thought about Natalie Emmanuel. who, if you can't think of her, she's in Game of Thrones.
Oh, the Fast and Furious series. She's the. Oh, if you've not watched it.
I have not watched that.
I have not watched
You're
that.
closer with Game of Thrones.
I know who you're on about. Yeah, Game of Thrones. She's later on in the series. Isn't she?
She's later on in the series.
Yeah.
She kind of hangs out with Grey Worm.
Yes. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I do know that. Yes.
Is she the one from
She's
like
in
Hollyoaks?
She's in
We were
Hollyoaks.
saying earlier, like, well, the reason we got a Hollywood pick is if we pick someone from Hollyoaks.
There you go.
She's good, actually.
She is a good choice.
Yeah, I think she'll be super
She's
cool.
got a lot of chops about her. A good bit of comedy, nice humour.
Obviously, she does lose her head.
Yes.
Literally.
So, in the end, for me, there was only one choice. And that was Emily Blunt.
Oh
my God, I love Emily Blunt.
The Blunt.
I love Emily Blunt so much.
Yeah, I mean,
I just think
It
she's
just
got...
works, yeah.
do you want us to leave? You're having a moment.
I'm just going to... Can we pause it a second?
Drop some cold
I just think
water.
she's so... I think... What was I watching recently? I was watching A Quiet Place 2.
Yeah.
I think there's lots of similar moments there where there's that dread, that terror. I think it's the way that she inhabits those kind of feelings. I could just see that translating so well to a lot of the scenes in Jurassic Park. The terror with the velociraptors, with being chased. I just think she inhabits that kind of terror, and that she's got the physicality to go with it. She's stunning. I just think she's got an amazing warmth for her. She's kind of relatable at the same time. And I really could, you could buy her as working on a dinosaur dig.
Yeah.
You could buy her as being the partner of, in this case,
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah,
you could.
I think
I'm now trying to think if they have been cast alongside each other in a film at all.
Oh, that is good, isn't it?
I'm not thinking of any, but again,
Would be
I'm
good.
not the cinema guy.
Yeah.
now they have.
Crap, hang on. I think it's good because I think a lot of the problem is, especially nowadays, when you talk about casting like a strong female lead, they tend to try and make them like strong physically, or they're strong because they're like kick ass, or but what you
They
kind
want
of
them
need
to be is they want to try and portray them as just as physical as the men.
which obviously they can be, and
Yeah,
there's characters like
absolutely.
that, but that's definitely not Ellie
That's-
Sattler's
no,
character.
not.
She's not.
No.
She's not like her strength is
Her
her
brain.
compassion and her brain and the fact that
Yeah.
she is brave.
But
she's not punching a dinosaur in the face, or
be like,
she
now I'm
doesn't.
fucking badass.
Exactly,
Shoot like all the raptors.
That's 100% win for me. I think that's just
Yeah,
great.
I see no flaws in that casting.
This is a win for me too, guys.
Oh.
Are you sure you don't want a moment?
Ooh, is it getting hot in here? Is it just me?
Are you
Let's,
sure you don't want to take 5 right now?
I feel like you're going to need to ration me my Emily Blunts throughout this podcast.
Yeah.
I'm only allowed to maybe do
Like one every 5 episodes.
Yeah, because otherwise I'll be blunting all over the place.
You'll be. Oh God. Wow.
Maybe that's a good moment to move on. To
Should we finish off the trifecta of the three?
Dr. Ian Malcolm.
Yeah, Dr. Ian Malcolm.
Yes.
So he's my guy on this one. Dr. Ian Malcolm, played by Jeff Goldblum. Now, I mean,
kills this role.
he does kill the role. I mean, it is the Jeff Goldblum role, really. But I actually, this is one of the ones where I just like to say, yes, Jeff Goldblum, I wouldn't recast him. But I do think I've got somebody that would make it very interesting.
No, do you know what I think with this role as well? Is I think until they cast him in it, this wasn't like a Jeff Goldblum role. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, he's absolutely made this his own. Like,
Yeah.
because he's so unique and he's got such an interesting persona on screen. He's great, yeah.
I wonder-
Would you like to know who else they were thinking
Yes,
of?
I would.
There's one person. That you
Back to
would like.
Wikipedia Corner.
What?
Jim Carrey.
No.
Can
Do you know what? I heard that.
No. Fuck off.
That would be...
That is wild.
The thing is, though, you say fuck off, and I do agree with you, but he has shown that he's got acting chops in serious roles.
I mean,
Yeah.
90s, but 90s Jim Carrey.
90 Jim Carrey.
So he auditioned.
Well, alrighty then, there's a dinosaur.
It's too much.
It's too much, yeah.
It's the
There
Jim
is
Carrey
no
show.
way in the 90s you are getting a serious Jim Carrey.
Well, that's a lot of dino.
You are getting Ace Ventura in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that wouldn't.
I now need to see that film.
Yeah, that would be good. But I haven't gone with him for any of my picks. So my what I think would be good, and he would make the role, solid and stable, and he wouldn't be a risk. It's not my Hollywood pick, but my pick is Jake Gyllenhaal, or how it's now being pronounced.
Did you base your thoughts on? Can you picture them spread across the thing with their shirt undone, sweat dripping down?
I mean, I might need a moment now. I mean, yeah, it was basically who can say.
I have remembered that scene.
When I was
how long the shot stays.
When I was rewatching it, I sat there and thought, I bet Goldblum asked for that shot. I bet he sat there and thought, I'm going to try and pop the boys here, get this shot.
I reckon they were just having a break.
Yeah,
and they just kept rolling.
Yeah,
and he just sat there. And he spotted the live camera and he's just gone, yeah, right.
No, it was basically who can say. Must go faster, must go faster, must go faster. That's it. And so basically my thinking of...
That's a lot of shit.
Exactly, yeah.
He's got all the best one-liners in this.
He has. He kind of does steal the show a bit.
He does.
Because he's likeable throughout, he's right throughout, he sacrifices himself for the kids, he gets hurt, but he survives, he's...
The only scene where I was like... He's crossing into unlikable now, and obviously Hammond hates him. In the film, which is great. I think there's a great kind of dynamic there. Is when he's flirting in the
jeep, doing the drops of water on the hand
with Eddie Sadler. Just before that, when he's talking to her and flirting with her, he just picks up a handful of her hair in his hand and he's like playing with it as he's talking to her. I was like.
I think that's a 90s thing. You wouldn't get that nowadays. Just like ask before you stroke my hair. For fuck's sake, like this is weird. But I think again, everything he does so plays into his character, and it's a bravado, isn't it?
Yes.
But I think Jake Gyllenhaal, back to the picks. I think he would be good. In roles even very recently, how he was in Spider-Man. As is it
Mysterio?
Mysterio, that's the one. So Mystique, definitely not Mystique. that's a whole different role. He has that because the thing with Jeff Goldblum's character is he's two characters in one. He's the bravado, he's the pomp, he's the kind of the cockiness, but then he is the serious heart and soul, and you find out he's got kids and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's almost a flip reverse of Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio.
Yeah,
because he is playing this like serious kind of like person that wants to help Peter and has this mission to do, and then like when everything falls away, he's this like disgruntled, petty little child, and it's kind of the flip. So I kind of thought of that of like being able to play sort of two characters in one.
I like that. That's really cool.
My Hollywood pick is because he is really likable, and everyone loves him. Is Paul Rudd. So, but the thing is, I love Paul Rudd.
That changes the Ian Malcolm character so much, so doesn't it?
Because I don't think Paul Rudd has played that kind of. You'd almost have to see him. Have you seen him in? What's the one where he plays the guy that goes around selling like energy drinks and stuff, and then he does like LARPing with kids. Have you seen this one?
Oh,
with Sean William Scott.
Yes, I know the film. What's it fucking called? I know the film. Yeah. I can't think of the name. It's great.
So likeable. He needs to be a little bit more kind of flaunty, trying to be.
And that's the only film I can think him in where he's not likable.
Well, if you want him not likable, have you ever watched the Only Murders in the Building?
Yeah, I've seen something.
He is in the latest series of that, and it's a right asshole of a character.
Well, I mean, I need to see that then. To lock in my pick, but I think Paul Rudd would be good, and we know he'd be bank. Hollywood would put it behind him.
He's up there. He's like, if there was a male version of Emily Blunt for me, a man crush is Paul Rudd. So, oh my god,
are you sure you don't want a minute?
They have a lot of similar looks. But I think I want to go with my sort of outside pick, dark horse joke pick.
Okay. Hello.
Is Taika Waititi.
Oh, that's awesome.
So he is the director of Thor 3 and 4, but in terms of acting, he is in Our Flag Means Death, the series.
What We Do in the Shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows. No, he's in. Have you seen Jojo Rabbit? He's brilliant in Jojo Rabbit. He also directed Jojo Rabbit.
What's the Ryan Reynolds?
Guy.
Or what's the name of the film?
Oh, that Netflix one where he just plays like an NPC.
Yeah. Nice guy.
Nice guy.
Nice guy.
Nice guy.
Yeah, he's the like asshole boss.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So New Zealand. I wouldn't say New Zealand. Yeah, New Zealand. But he's just so funny, and again so likable, and I think he's the voice of Korg. Yeah. In Thor and stuff, and he's just like so brilliant, and like I've loved him ever since he was kind of involved in like the Flight of the Conchord stuff and like all those guys. Just that kind of comedy is right on my street. So I think he would make it different. It wouldn't feel like anyone trying to be Jeff Goldblum. It wouldn't feel like anyone trying to not be Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, it would be him being him.
That's a great pick. I really like that.
Yeah.
Can I throw another name at you?
Yeah.
If it's what I'm thinking as well, that'll be interesting.
When I was watching it, I could just picture this man playing that role. Keanu Reeves.
Oh,
not what I was thinking of.
No, what were you thinking?
For me, this is almost a like for like Robert Downey Jr.
Oh.
Hello.
Matron!
Well, that would be the Hollywood pick. I mean,
that is Hollywood. So was Keanu, let's be fair.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Robert Downey doing like the water drop scene with Emily Blunt in this case, being a bit of a prick?
Could you imagine? It sounds like something you would.
Sounds like he has imagined it.
Can you imagine yourself doing the water drop scene with Emily Blunt? Yeah. I'm going to cast Nick in this role.
Yeah. Just so he can have that moment.
Yeah. I can. And it's very much that line, where he's like, and here I am, left in the Jeep, talking to myself. That would be a Robert Downey Jr. line. I could see that. That is a good shout, actually. I mean, let's put it to a vote then. I mean, because...
Well, it's your recasting.
Yeah.
Now, you see, okay.
What we've just done there is thrown you a couple of curveballs.
Okay.
A couple of spicy meals, if you will.
I want to stick with Tika.
Okay.
Because I think Robert Downey Jr. then makes Ian Malcolm the main character. And he's not.
I agree.
He's like up there, but he's not the main character.
Yeah.
And I think if you have Robert Downey Jr. in it, who's played other roles, like he doesn't have to be an Iron Man, he's been in other things.
Yeah.
But I think you're suddenly like waiting for Iron Man to be on screen.
Well, I always feel like, would you agree that Jurassic Park doesn't necessarily have a main character?
It does.
It's such
Well,
a
the
good
dinosaurs,
ensemble
right?
cast. The dinosaurs. Exactly.
They are the main characters, the dinosaurs. That's what
the
you want to
T-Rex
essentially
really
get.
is like the
And obviously, if we recast
and the
it,
Velociraptors.
Michael Caine. Obviously, if he's in it,
he's the T-Rex.
He's the main character.
Well, I thought that Dwayne The Rock Johnson was going to be
The Stegosaurus. Yeah. Just breathing. Just lying there breathing.
The Triceratops.
Triceratops.
Yeah. But he's not allowed to die.
Triceratops.
Isn't he got something in his contract that he can't die?
He's not allowed to be
we don't see the Triceratops die.
Is he allowed to
He's still breathing.
But is he allowed to have Emily Blunt
she's
rifle
still breathing
through a massive pile of shit?
I think that's in his contract.
Is that in his contract?
Yeah.
If he ever plays the Triceratops,
Emily Blunt has to stick on the glove.
I've just now got an image in my head of Hugh Jackman laying on Dwayne The Rock Johnson's stomach, going, just like up and down.
And he's just got like a prosthetic horn on or something. That's it. No other makeup.
Yeah, two of his horns are like Brahma bulls, obviously, and then just one horn in the middle. Okay, so we've recast the Triceratops.
Excellent.
So I'm going to stick with Tika because I think he is like different. He's out there. He's then not part of the group. He's a bit kind of crazy, and you don't really know what he's doing. I think I'm going to go with him for that.
I love that.
So yeah,
love to see that.
So who's up next? Who have we got next?
Well, are we going?
We'll go back with you. Yeah, let's
keep
going round. Yeah, let's keep going.
Okay, well, next for me was Dennis Nedry.
Oh,
what a great role!
I've got one name.
Yeah,
only one.
I've got one as well.
I've got one name, and I'll be interested to see whether it's the same as any of you've got it. And the only reason I've got this is because I can picture him doing the role. I can picture him sitting at that table, being like, we got what's his chops over here, doing the crawl up the hill back to the thing.
Oh.
So I can hear his voice on the computer going,
So originally played by Wayne Knight.
Wayne Knight, yes. I have one name only, Jack Black.
Oh, that's not my name.
Oh, it's not my name. I love that.
That's the only name I could come up with. I could picture it. But the only issue I got with it, Jack Black's so fucking likeable. And if you really want to put a spin on it, Dennis Nedry he's the only kind of character you would consider kind of a villain.
He's the worst.
But
Yeah.
he is this kind of, as far as a human, he is the villain.
He's the villain.
He's trying to steal from the park. Which, as we know, he's for ulterior motives because he's not getting paid much or not getting paid enough. So he's trying to make that bank on the side.
Greedy.
So he is essentially the human villain of the film.
Yeah.
Whereas Jack Black, I think, is too likeable to be that.
I do. I think
but
so.
he is still the only name I could come up with because I could just picture all those scenes with Jack Black in it. I can picture it. Picture the computer.
Would you like a curveball?
Throw me a curveball.
Okay. Jonah Hill.
That's mine. Yes! That's mine. Yes.
See, I thought that name. Don't like the bloke.
Well, but that's Nedry.
Yeah, you're not meant to.
No, but I just don't like him.
You
Don't want him anywhere near the film.
not want to then see him get eaten by a spitter.
No.
The official name for that dinosaur, obviously.
No, I don't want to see Jonah Hill on my screen.
I think he'd be.
I think
he'd be nailed on for that. Like the scene in the cafe where he's like eating, licking all his fingers.
Yeah. Dodge's here. Dodge. Yeah. He's a.
Don't. No. I don't like Jonah Hill.
Well, I mean,
he's a good choice. Don't he?
Do you know what? I totally agree. And obviously, this is your pick. But that reaction you've got to him is what makes him a good pick for that role.
Agreed.
Right.
A great pick.
But the problem is, if he is that person, you're just not going to want to work with him. I mean, we're not working with him. We're not making these films. We're not making these films, guys. No, we're not. It's just in our mind. Is this even happening? Are you guys actually here?
Wait, so all this money I've been saving up, telling me that's for nothing?
Well, we could use it.
What money?
So, Jack Black. I mean, if you guys don't know, I'm doing a Jack Black impression right now.
I mean,
you are just a walking Jack Black, are you not?
Feels like you've been doing it for quite a while.
I've been doing it for longer than Jack Black was doing it.
If anything, Jack Black was doing a Sam impression.
It's not an impression made for podcasts because it's just I look just like Jack Black. But I think he's a good pick. Do you know what? Actually, him as Bowser in the Mario film, he's really mean in that.
Is he?
So maybe,
I've not seen it.
yeah, he's Bowser.
He's
in that.
mean, but it's comically mean.
Peaches.
It's comically mean.
Yeah, he is. I think he could do it. He's got the chops for it.
It was the only name I could come up with just because I could just picture it. And once I got that name in my head, I was like, done.
I think
Dennis Nedry, crossed off,
a
done.
little bit of slime. I think he's there.
Yeah.
I think he probably could do that.
To be fair, actually, him at the start of Shallow Hal, he's not a likable guy at all.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
He's a twat.
Yeah.
He's horrible.
What kind of era, Jack? Well, there are many eras of Jack Black. What are you thinking?
Not modern.
Okay.
He's far too likeable now, I think.
Actually, what about High Fidelity Jack Black? Because High Fidelity Jack Black, he's that like super like music nerd guy, and he's really mean to people that don't know much about music. And it's got that kind of nerdy. I mean, he's a bit of a nerd anyway, isn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely not likable Jack Black. But yeah, I think it's a good pick. I think I could definitely get behind.
It was the only name I could cut. Like I said, I just pictured him in the roles. Like, done. Nedry, crossed off. Jack Black, sorted.
Done.
Jack Black, welcome to the cast.
Hello, come on down. So Nick, over to you. Who you got next?
Okay, so I have got the blood-sucking lawyer, Donald Gennaro, who was originally played by Martin Ferrero. Now, I can't help but think that they didn't have a name for this character originally until they cast Martin Ferrero.
Yeah.
And we're like, what should we call this character? Donald Gennaro?
Yeah.
Okay.
Martin Ferrero sounded a bit like Donald Gennaro. Yeah, Martin Ferrero. Yeah, Gennaro. Generic lawyer. Gennaro lawyer.
That's what I think. I need a generic lawyer. Fuck it. Your last name's Gennaro.
Yeah.
That's how generic you are.
We need a guy that can really act in two pieces. Right?
Multiple.
Yeah.
So it surprised me rewatching the film just how much of the film he is in.
Yeah.
Until he's definitely not in the film anymore.
Till he's in the T-Rex.
Until he's in the T-Rex.
He's in the film till he's in
the car park.
I think this is a good example of like somebody that, because we've got other characters that we'll come to that are bigger parts in terms of like importance to the film but have less screen time.
True.
And this guy, we felt like we couldn't omit him because he's
of his screen time.
Yeah, because of his screen time, because of the impact he has, and because of his death scene.
Yeah.
And I think this is actually one where a recasting could make a big difference.
Quite possibly, yeah. And he's obviously in like the not the very first scene, but in the next couple of scenes after that really sets a lot of the exposition for this as well. So he goes to the amber mine and meets the guy there.
Yeah.
That's about it. He's going around. You always see is on the helicopter at the beginning as well. So he's really integral to that journey that they're taking initially.
And he's the guy that's supposed to be anti-Hammond, anti the park. He's there for the investors. He's meant to be like scrutinizing this, but he's the only one that like sees the money and loves this thing. And we should just caveat: it is played brilliantly by the actor. Like he is brilliant.
Yeah, he's great.
But there's room for like some
There's
like
room
a
for
fantasy casting in here.
Exactly. I think it's a tough role in that sense because it's not meant to steal the show. It's meant to fill in a lot of parts to keep the narrative moving as well. It's meant to be someone who you ultimately don't feel too bad about being absolutely munched by a T-Rex. Like, it's a great death scene as well, running into the toilet.
On that, who are those toilets meant to be for? This guided tour is meant to have locked doors.
Yeah.
Who's meant to be using those toilets?
Or if you are going to have toilets, not outside the T-Rex.
Yeah.
Although maybe you see it and you've
toilets
just
meant to be for.
Well, as Malcolm says, when you got to go, you got to go.
And I suppose
You also hear Hammond say, why are we not got locking features on these doors? These doors they were designed to be locked so you don't leave the car.
But then maybe it would have a scheduled stop. They unlock. People get off.
All take a shit.
And to be fair, when you're going to need to most take a shit is when you see a T-Rex.
Quite possibly.
Your bowels are going to loosen.
What are you suggesting otherwise? That maybe, given that they're fully automated anyway, that the Jeeps have got like seats that kind of uncover to reveal a hole that you just shit through straight into the car.
Have a toilet before you go.
Sign me up for that, Jeep.
You go to the toilet before you get on the Jeep. You use the toilet before you go on the Jeep, right? How long's the Jeep ride? About an hour and a half. Yeah, I can hold it in for that.
Oh, I'm not sure. Are there snacks on this tour?
Fancy Dan, you can hold your toilet in for 90 minutes.
And actually, I think, like you said, it is a key role because he's sort of Mr. Exposition, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's like us visiting this park. He's not an expert on anything. He's just wowed by everything. He's not thinking about the repercussions.
He's almost the everyman, like put into what's meant to be a kind of unlikable character. Actually, isn't really. Because he doesn't do anything. He's not like, he could have been like really rude to the kids, for example. Yeah. He's not. He sat with the kids in the Jeep, isn't he? At no point is he like, kids.
I mean, he does run away from them.
Yeah, he does do that, and that's probably why he had to get eaten by the T-Rex in the first place. So casting this role. I had a number of different actors that went through my mind. So some of the people I considered, I had Tim Roth as a consideration. I thought could play that kind of a little bit meaner, maybe a bit more unlikable. Christopher Waltz.
That's interesting. Yeah,
and I feel like I could do a great job at that. My curveball, I've not gone with, but I would love whatever version of this.
Emily Blunt. Just have her in again.
No,
yeah.
It's Stephen Merchant.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like, could you imagine him running into the toilet stall? Would just be great. He could be very.
That would be a very gangly run to the toilet, wouldn't it?
He'd be eaten about a foot before the other actually.
Save on budget.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. The person that I've gone with is Paul Dano.
Oh,
you don't know him. He was the Riddler in the most recent Batman film. He's been in loads of stuff.
There Will Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
Played the priest. Okay.
Okay.
We're going to just have to show James
a
picture of Paul Dano.
Is it Dano or Dano?
I think it's Dano. I'm just turning the screen around now so James can see who this person is.
Still not
a clue who that is.
I mean, he's definitely is very dislikable in roles. Yeah, I mean, it's great. Do you know what though? He's asking the questions that some of you out there might be asking, like, who are these people? And now we can explain to them. But yeah, he's definitely. I mean, he's played roles where he is no redeemable features and is horrible. But he's also played roles where he's really quite sweet and innocent. And,
he has, yeah.
I like him.
Yeah, I just feel like he would probably be downplaying it a little bit. But yeah, I could just see him doing that kind of, pestering Hammond, asking those questions. Yeah. constantly reminding about the cost. He's always thinking about like how much the park's going to make money wise, isn't he? I can see him doing that really well. It's kind of got that greed, the dollar signs behind his eyes, maybe.
And I think Gennaro's character is ultimately, like you said, although he doesn't do anything that wrong, he's a bit pathetic, basically.
Yes.
When you first see him, he slips on that rock.
Yeah.
He slips on that rock.
Yeah.
And I know it's a silly thing and everyone slips on rocks, but it shows that he's out of his element and it just shows weakness, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And nobody puts anything in a film unless they mean it to be in a film, you know? And so he slips on that rock. Well, no, exactly. Yeah. So he slips on a rock and he runs away and leaves the kids. He gets killed on the toilet. It's kind of a pathetic guy. He only cares about the money. And I think Paul Dano would definitely encompass that kind of tragic role, ultimately.
I think so. Yeah, so that's my pick. That's my pick for the blood-sucking lawyer.
Yeah, you locking him in?
Locking him in.
Yeah, that's a good one. Right, it's a back round to me.
It is.
Okay, so my next pick, we're going to kind of like sort of much down the list in terms of like, as far as I know, he's not like an actor. I've not seen him in anything else. He plays this role. But it's actually a very important role. As you said, we could have started with him because he's actually the first one to appear on screen.
Yeah.
Has a lot of quotable lines.
Does.
Probably second after.
Probably some of the most quotable lines.
Probably. I mean, I would say.
But I'd argue it's one of his lines is probably the most quotable line.
I have 2 daughters, and the amount of times in my life they do something just evil. But I'm kind of proud of them, and I just go, clever girl. Like that line has been used in my life. So it is the sort of, what is he, like a park ranger or like a hunter or like
he's a keeper. Yeah.
He's like that guy that came out of Jumanji, right?
He's
He's like the main
big game hunter.
gamekeeper.
Yeah.
He's just there to keep control of the dinosaur when required.
Exactly. So he's Robert Muldoon, and he's played by Bob Peck. Now, I'm sorry if I'm doing Bob Peck a big disservice. I don't know anything else he's been in.
Well, you're looking at the wrong guy for that.
Don't worry, I'm looking at him. Wikipedia, anything?
I just found out now.
Did he ever?
He was in. Began in stage, then television. Was in something called Edge of Darkness, and then film success within a bunch of stuff. Kind of bit roles by the look of it, in some sci-fi stuff. He was in Lord of the Flies, but again, just as a bit part. So I think his big break really was being gamekeeper Robert Muldoon.
Yeah. So I mean, he does it very well. Like he's fine in this. Not fine. Like that's doing him a disservice. He's very good in this. He is likable, but in just like a you appreciate what this man can do and like the experience he has kind of thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't try and hit on Ellie Sattler. He doesn't run away from some children. He doesn't try and go in there all guns blazing. But when he needs to, he steps up. Like he's not like, I'm going to go and shoot all the dinosaurs. He's not Australian. Don't know why I'm doing that. Not. So my pick. Now I've got 3 picks here that are very similar, and they're all sort of Hollywood picks.
Can I just say quickly what stood out for me about this character?
Yeah, go for it.
Or rather, Bob Peck playing him. This man's thighs in those shorts. Yeah. God damn. These man's got some.
Do you want another moment?
Yes.
So Emily Blunt or Bob Peck's thighs? That's the.
Can I have Emily Blunt with
Bob Peck's thighs? I don't think you should.
Yeah, this guy's like ripped for this movie.
So I'm actually going to start with my sort of joke pick here. Now it's not a joke pick, but it's kind of like I don't know. You'd be putting this into like more of a B movie. Sorry if anyone's a massive fan or if he ends up listening to this show, but my sort of joke pick.
He's dead, sadly, so I don't think he's going to be listening to the show.
What, Jason Statham?
Oh, I thought you were about the actor still. Sorry.
No.
You can reach out. Carry on.
My God, this is some stuff you should have informed me. Jason Statham was my joke pick, but if he's dead,
that's a great pick. It's not Jason Statham's not dead.
No, right. So Bob Peck's dead. Oh well, that's a shame.
You can hear Jason Statham as well going.
Yeah, right, yeah.
You can hear it. And
Yeah, you can.
I imagine he's probably got some great thighs as well.
Yeah.
But my
I
thing
really
is,
like that.
he's not the best actor. I know it's an action hero, but like I feel like the role actually needs a bit more chops than Jason Statham.
Okay.
So I slightly upgraded,
Okay.
and my Hollywood pick
Yeah.
is Tom Hardy.
Could
Right.
you also see that working?
Yeah, he could say the clever girl line. He's got some probably good thighs and some shorts. Yeah, shooter. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. Oh, you could have him from.
He had a voice for this role. Yeah, Tom Hardy.
Have Tom Hardy from Peaky Blinders. Shooter. Or at least send it to Margate. Anyway, so Tom Hardy, but actually, my actual pick, and this I feel like is again, this is like stepping up. Like bronze, silver, and then gold. So I've gone with Michael Fassbender.
Oh, yes. You can picture him in the outfit, can't you?
You can picture him in the outfit. He's got that more like, quiet, says a lot without saying it.
Yeah.
Because you get that a lot from when he's the android David, right?
Yes.
Like that, just like kind of he's looking, he's always kind of,
Yeah.
and you just buy that he's knowledgeable. Like the other two, I feel like you'd be like, okay, I see that they are imposing guys, but none of these people are going to like punch or karate kick a dinosaur or an animal. Like what makes him dangerous is not his physicality as much. Now, Michael Fassbender's not like a light guy or whatever.
Yeah.
But you feel like him, it's his intensity, and he's got like a knowledge about him and a skill.
I think what he do really well, which Bob Peck does so well in his character, is exude a sense of, it's almost like up until a certain point, it's only really him that truly understands how dangerous the dinosaurs are, because he's seen what they can do.
Yeah.
And it's almost like with Hammond, that's falling on deaf ears, but like Muldoon knows, he's seen what the raptors have done to someone. He's held someone's hands, they've been torn away, and I could see Fassbender kind of in Hammond.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And just all the lines he says, like, I didn't think Nedry had even fucked with the raptor fence or whatever it is, like, and like that like clever girl, like Fassbender would deliver that line.
Nailed that line.
Peachy.
Yeah, what do you think about that, James?
It's a good choice.
Do you know who Fassbender is?
He's that guy, isn't he?
He's Magneto, where he quickly bends metal.
I am aware of Fassbender.
Yeah, right, okay.
Do we just put it out there? Do we either, as part of doing more of this podcast, need to either limit our casting choices to people you might know about a short list, or do you need to watch more films?
Well,
I definitely need to watch more films.
This whole podcast is going to be an education.
I need to find time to watch more films. That is the problem I have, is I don't have the time to watch more films.
Yeah, that's
I have a backlog of so many films that I want to watch.
Yeah.
Still haven't watched them.
What's at the top of the list? Is it for mine?
Tomb of the Dragon.
Honestly, Tom, mate, I can't think right now.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
No, the latest Mission Impossible film.
Nice.
That's the top of my list I want to watch.
Yeah.
I haven't found time for it. Have not found time to watch that film. But
That's
it's
fair
there, sitting in the backlog, top of the pile. It'll be the first one I watch when I get a chance.
Yeah.
Finding the time to watch it.
I'd say in terms of films, I keep getting sucked into series. Like we've diverged from this, but I've just watched Bodies on Netflix. Have you seen that?
No.
It's incredible. It's really good. Watch it. And actually, Stephen Graham, who stars in it,
He's just in everything.
He's in everything, and he'll come up in our castings, I'm sure. Like he could be any of these roles. I think. Even Emily Sattler. He'd
get off Emily Sattler.
You get off Emily Blunt. So I'm locking in Fassbender for that. That is a big chunk of the budget going on a relatively smaller character.
It is, yeah.
I think he'd nail it.
Nice. So moving on.
I'm back round to me. Right, my next one, he's only included just because of where he is on the cast list. But he's a very, very small part that I think all of us thought was a lot bigger than it actually is. And that's Dr. Henry Wu.
Yeah.
I was convinced he had I can picture him doing a massive fucking monologue in this lab with the raptor eggs.
It's almost like in your head, we thought he was almost doing some of the exposition that the cartoon does.
Yes.
To explain how
I think in my head, I've remembered him doing a lot of that.
Yeah. Dinosaurs.
But when should we cast that voice?
Yeah.
But when in actuality, he's only got maybe 3 or 4 lines tops, and he's in at most maybe 2 minutes screen time.
And he doesn't, well, obviously, spoilers, no, but like he obviously doesn't have a death, and he becomes a bigger character in later
trilogies.
films.
So the way I've kind of had to think about it is just who do I think could move on? I've almost had to recast Jurassic World.
Well,
essentially.
I mean, all of them. Just all of them.
I've essentially had to recast Dr. Wu from Jurassic World.
Yeah, that's a fair point, yeah.
Because...
Is he in Jurassic World?
He's in all three of them.
He plays Dr. Wu. That's the thing.
He said in Jurassic World, I think he's a lot more evil.
But that's the thing. I feel like Jurassic World played him as this big reveal. And I think people... then they sort of hoodwinked people in thinking, oh my god, this is a big reveal. I remember him from the first films. He was such a big part. No, it's like a reveal, and everyone's like, oh, that lab scientist that said they're all women. Like, that's pretty much, like, literally, they're all girls. All the dinosaurs are girls. Are you suggesting that a park comprised of all female animals will reproduce? It's literally like the only thing he says.
You basically nailed it on that.
So I'll do it. I'll recast myself.
You've got the role.
Yeah, Jack Black is two parts in it.
Yes, he's going double duty here.
Yeah. So who have you gone with then?
The thing is, I didn't want a typecast. I really, really didn't. But I kind of have. I think the one I'm going for is John Cho.
Right, yeah.
Nice.
Who, if you don't, most recently was in the Netflix failure of Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah. I feel like
I don't really know what else to say for this role because it's so.
I mean, his name's Henry Wu.
Yes.
So we do have to kind of go with an Asian.
I didn't want to go down that route.
Yeah.
I really didn't. But it was kind of like, when you've got a name like Henry Wu, where do you go with that? I didn't. So it's got to kind of play it safe.
He's good. He's going Star Trek, right? Yeah, he's definitely in Star Trek.
Yes. He's been in loads of great films.
Yeah,
he's film. There was a comedy film.
It's like, Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah, like all this sort of comedy. There was one about a gaming. Where he plays. Yeah, he's really some great stuff.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he's great.
So that was my thought process behind recasting this role. I had to think about the newer films, which we don't like to talk about, because that's kind of where the role ends up.
Yeah, totally.
So I was kind of
Howard Kumar.
That's the
classic that he wants to be remembered for.
Yeah. Started off in bit part characters from American Pie, weren't they?
Yeah.
My other choice was Stephen Yeun. I think that's how you pronounce the name.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
From Walking Dead.
Yeah. He's good. I feel like that would be nice because I feel like in this kind of world, he's on Walking Dead. He's big, and then like his like break into like big films. Would be this. That'd be good.
I always expect John Cho to have more comedy in that part.
Yeah.
I'd expect it to have a little bit more banter or comedy. And maybe you could add that. I'd quite like to see that a little bit more from the role as well.
But I'm actually going to switch reverse it.
Oh.
And I think you're going to be happy.
Oh.
Because I'm going to pick Sandra Oh.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, nice. That was who I was thinking, actually, to kind of change it up a bit.
Because I think, admittedly, I've not watched the show. Again, don't have time to watch things, but I know she is absolutely fucking phenomenal in Killing Eve.
Yeah, right.
She is.
And I just think,
I mean, Dr. Wu, you don't, just change Henry for Henrietta or whatever, but like, Sandra Oh would be like really interesting because I feel like the other two, like, not to do a disservice, but I feel like
I think they would be a bit too comical.
Yeah, and I feel like they're not. From what we've seen of them, are they just like for like? They're not really changing up necessarily. But I feel like Sandra Oh is, there's a chance to do something really interesting, and she is in Killing Eve. She's very likable, but she's got that edge to her. And, Wu is likable and affable in all sense, but then turns out to be a bit of a...
where I think she'd be great in this role is with the little argument that the character has with Malcolm when they're talking about can the female dinosaurs... I think
she would add an extra little bit of snap to that retort.
I can see that sort of happening. Him being like,
it wouldn't be kind of like, it wouldn't be such a questionable response. It'd be I think she'd snap back and be like, what are you trying to say?
Yeah, and is there that element of like...
Are you trying to say that my science is incorrect?
Yeah, is there like sexism?
She'd be physically annoyed that her science has been questioned by this bloke that deals with chaos.
Yeah.
Is he like mansplaining to her?
Yeah.
That like he knows
exactly that
more
way.
about
She'd be
her.
like,
Yeah.
no, you're not going to do this. Yeah.
I can tell you for a fact that all women just cannot reproduce like
yeah,
that.
it almost like it
Yeah.
deserves more
Yeah,
lines
yeah.
of dialogue as well.
I think that's a good shout. I think Sandra Oh's
Really
And
like
that's
it.
where I'm going with that.
nice.
Got no other options. I haven't got a Hollywood option. I haven't got a rank.
Well, I think Cho. Is it Cho? Sorry?
John Cho.
John Cho
yeah.
would be the Hollywood option. He's in a lot of Hollywood films. He's sort of bankable.
Yeah, very
So,
much
yeah.
so.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
Sandra Oh, lock her in.
Locked in.
Lock her in, Sandra. Welcome.
Amazing. Okay, so I think this comes back around to me. Now I think I'm casting.
You went with a double. You got a double hitter, haven't
I've
you?
got a double hitter, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm casting both the kids.
Now I'm assuming for Timmy, you've recast him as Bruce Banner because that cunt is the fucking Hulk.
Really?
Well, now
No. I mean, zapped by a 10,000 volt fence that is designed to stop a dinosaur doesn't die. In the kitchen, single-handedly holds off a fucking velociraptor, and then when you get to the security room, both Alan Grant and Ellie Sadler can't do it together,
that's
but yet
true.
he can do it on a fucking limp in a slippy kitchen.
He falls
On
through
his
the
own.
tree in the Jeep on his
Yeah.
own and crashes to the bottom, or lands in the tree.
This motherfucker is invincible.
When they're climbing the dinosaur skeletons at the end, he drops and the skeleton lands, nearly crushing him, but the rib cage protects him. Yeah, he goes through.
he's actually got
And he's
my
maybe, how old, what, 7?
yeah something like that.
Something
He's
like
got my favourite line in the film, which is where like they get out of the tree and the car crashes. He's like, well,
back in the
At least we're back in the car. At least oh, no,
No,
it's at
and
least
then
we're out of the tree.
Grant is like, well, at least we're out of the. No, he says.
Yeah, he says, well, at least we're out of the tree.
I can't remember who says it now.
It's him. He
Grant
just says,
says we're out.
Grant says we're out of the tree. He says we're back in the car,
Yeah.
and Grant says, well, at least we're out of
either
the
way,
tree.
it's a great little
It's a great moment.
great little throwaway moment in it. You just get kind
But
of
yeah,
laugh
he
at.
does survive a lot of shit actually.
Yeah.
10,000 volts. He should have been dead there and then. I mean, I think he did, in theory, die in the
He
film.
wasn't breathing.
And then they brought him back again. That motherfucker should be dead. How is he
And-
holding off a velociraptor on his own?
He can pronounce Gallimimus.
He can pronounce Calamine.
No, I mean, yeah, but again,
we
we probably, my lad who's 6 can pronounce Gallimimus.
That's true.
He knows more fucking dinosaurs than I do.
Let's test to see if he can survive 10,000 volts. He can be the Timmy.
I'm casting your son.
Yeah.
Going back to that, dinosaurs are one of those funny things, similar with Pokemon, where children just seem to be able to memorise complicated names and fucking hundreds of them as well.
Well,
and recall.
but a lot of it is in thanks to CBeebies at the moment.
Oh,
Because obviously you've got Andy Day with his
Oh, yeah.
plethora of shows, and he's got, I think he's had his Dinosaur Adventures, Prehistoric Adventures. My lad grew up watching those when he was that past few years, so that's where his dinosaur obsession came from, and that's where he's learned a lot of these names from. Are these shows? I think I would. If I had a show like that when I was little, fucking hell, it wouldn't be off the TV.
Animal Andy. He's like the new Alan Grant in many ways, then, isn't he?
Oh, maybe Andy Day should be.
Right, sorry,
I saw it.
sorry, Hugh Jackman. Andy
Yeah,
Day, you're
I
in.
saw him at Avon
Valley.
Avon Valley, yeah.
he's massive, isn't he?
He's mates with the owner.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's a nice bloke, apparently.
Yeah.
Actually, the thing is, though, like you know what you say about kids learning everything. It's amazing because dinosaurs have obviously a disadvantage over Pokemon, where they don't just say their name all the time. If the T-Rex was going T-Rex, 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 Rex, T-Rex, it would be really easy to remember them all.
That one now.
Whilst flapping his tiny arms around.
Right, who are your kids then?
Okay, so yeah, I've got Hammond's grandchildren who are obviously invited to the park. I don't know if you guys remember the little bit of exposition where the mum is apparently going through a divorce. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
This time. So that's part of the reason why Tim and Lex Murphy are invited to spend time at the park and see it and go on the tour and everything. So it's Tim Murphy played by Joseph Mazzello and Lex Murphy played by Ariana Richards. So this is casting kids is quite a tough one because I don't know a load of child actors.
And you don't really want your Google searches bringing back anything a bit weird.
But I think both roles are played absolutely brilliantly as well. Going back to the fact that this is a really difficult film to recast well, is because they're played so perfectly. Like Tim's got that really great kind of geekiness. He's obviously really into dinosaurs. Lex has got that crush on.
Well, she's
Alan
kind of going
Grant,
into teenager, isn't she? So she's too cool for everything.
Yes, and it's got those kind of feelings going on, but they both have some really great physical moments as well. So, like you said, Tim goes through the wars, like you just said, James, and Lex gets some great moments as well, like sneezed on in the tree,
and that where she's running towards the door,
and the screaming when they're holding the glass up in the Jeep as well.
Oh,
Some of the scariest moments. That's a
she's the idiot though with the torch.
Yes.
She's the idiot with the torch.
Again, another feat of strength in the fucking Jeep holding the It's a fucking T-Rex, man.
Reinforced glass, mate.
It's plastic.
Yeah, but their limbs aren't reinforced.
They are children.
They should snap like twigs.
This is a fucking massive
Power of
dinosaur.
siblings, though, isn't it? When they're working together.
We have the power. So you've cast He-Man and She-Ra.
Or the Wonder Twins.
I've got one better.
Oh, here we go.
So, Tim, and this is where I think maybe in our making this film, I know you said a lot of the budget had to go. I can remember you said a lot of the budget might need to go on this. Well, I'm sorry, but a lot of the budget is going to need to go on making this work. So my Tim Murphy is Micheal Cera.
What?
Wow.
So Micheal Cera, kind of like post Superbad, kind of Micheal Cera. So peak Micheal Cera.
So we're aging the character.
No.
So
we're going to it's Micheal Cera in like kids' shorts, uniform, backpack.
Post Superbad, where he's a teenager.
Yeah, but through kind of
genetic manipulation.
through CGI.
Hey, if they can make fucking dinosaurs.
So there's going to have to be CGI. There's going to have to be. I think the whole Jeep scene is going to cost a load of fucking money because you're going to need like different sized Jeeps to make. They're going to have to build a giant Jeep. So Micheal Cera looks like a 7-year-old boy.
Well, yeah, but you think especially we're putting fucking what's his chops in there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we're putting
Stephen Merchant. If he's in there, been the fucking.
No, he's not.
Jesus.
If he was going to be in there, that's a fucking big Jeep.
Do you know what though? Actually, if we put Stephen Merchant and Micheal Cera, let's just scale everyone up.
We wouldn't have to then. Yeah, Stephen Merchant, Micheal Cera. That would kind of you could just film that as it, couldn't you?
So right, okay. I mean, I like him as an actor.
Yeah,
I think he would work. I mean, I can't get like. Are we getting like peak Micheal Cera, but when he's like 10 years old?
No, just Micheal Cera playing a 7-year-old boy.
That's really disturbing.
So
is that okay?
That's okay. That's more disturbing.
So we're talking like peak Micheal Cera with
CGI.
the mentality of a 7-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Or
a
7-year-old.
It's a fucking stretch.
I don't think it is.
It's a 7-year-old boy with the mentality of Micheal Cera. I think is actually what we're going with. All right, who have you got for Lexi? Because it's got to be someone to play off against this monster.
Okay.
Here we go.
This was another really tough one.
Here we go.
But I think I've absolutely nailed it to work.
We'll be the judge of that.
Like Dame Judi Dench. But played by like a 12-year-old.
My Lex Murphy is Micheal Cera.
Right, now I know you've been
in a career-defining double performance.
Right, now I know you've been thinking
Micheal
far
Cera
too much about Emily Blunt to come up with fucking Micheal Cera for both.
He's playing both Tim and Lex Murphy. Right, just picture for a second. Right?
I don't want to picture it.
You've got 7-year-old Micheal Cera is Tim.
Yeah.
You've got like just looking like a schoolboy, which he kind of does already. I think Superbad Micheal Cera already looks like a schoolboy.
Yeah.
You've got also Micheal Cera, blonde wig. Can you imagine?
I think you'd be an attractive girl. I'm not going to lie.
I think, wow. Can you imagine their scenes together?
No.
Can you imagine the Jenny scene?
Just that scene
when
with
they're smiling together and it turns to Velociraptors coming in. Are you in?
I'd say let the fucking raptors eat that mess. That's a scary ass. That's scary. I can't deny that is
Micheal
a
Cera in the
recasting.
kitchen trying to put down the thing.
Micheal Cera flirting with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. And then Micheal Cera
turns around, she's there.
also talking about the book to Hugh Jackman. So he's just flirting with him as like both characters.
And then just straight up giving up and just digging out like, oh, this book was twice the size of your book.
Yeah.
Goes to sleep on him in the helicopter at the end. It's just Micheal Cera.
That is terrifying.
That's horrific.
Is that
What
your?
have you done to this film?
Is that your dark horse pick? Is that your?
That's Hollywood's pick.
Do you have... And your pick as well.
Yeah.
That's it. You got no one
You've
else.
got nothing
There
else.
was no other. No.
You don't need it. You don't need it.
No.
This
Why
film
would
is going to give us
You can't
Micheal
bring
Cera
perfection, so.
in 2 roles. Emily Blunt with Bob Peck's eyes. It's got everything.
Wow, I mean, you just got to wait until my next one.
Oh God, go on then.
It doesn't get much better. Because, so
I think so. That's locked in.
It's
That's
just
locked
in double Micheal Cera.
Double Micheal Cera.
I mean,
My
I suppose,
grandkids.
I suppose I may as well just rip off the bandit then, hadn't I?
Yeah.
I think this is
So
our last cast.
Is
So
this
Mr.
last
Ray
one?
Arnold, as we know, played phenomenally by Samuel Jackson.
Don't recast.
Don't recast, but I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Chain smoking.
I'm just ripping it off. He's going to be Ice Cube.
Oh God. Joe, I feel like at the start of this podcast, people might have started listening and thinking, "Oh, these guys might have some really sensible picks. This film might even possibly been better." Oh, God.
We've already jumped the shark.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got 2 other names I was considering. I was considering Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a really good shout.
And the other one, that was the other name was Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
This was the role. But, you know,
I love
I mean,
Ice
if we're going double,
I do
Micheal
like
Cera,
Ice. I do like
I
Ice.
like Ice Cube.
Please, God damn it! That's got a bit
if
Cartman.
we're going double Micheal Cera, fuck it, we're going Ice Cube.
I love Ice Cube.
I think that's a great show.
Yeah. How would Ice Cube feel about it?
If you're even suggesting I try and do an impression, I'm going to stop you now.
So apparently, originally,
He was offered the role, but he turned it down.
no, that would be amazing. And how did they not give it to him?
It was going to be Vanilla Ice. They're like someone with ice in his name.
He was meant to have a longer chase and death scene where he's chased down like the computer corridors and stuff and killed, but it was.
I think that ruined it.
Yeah.
But the only thing I didn't get is I couldn't quite figure out that when he leaves like the control room and how his arm ends up in
Behind a door.
where they've got to reset the thingies. I couldn't remember a bit where he was like, I'm just gonna. I've seen a bit. I'm going.
He does say that.
He
Yeah,
does
say
say,
that.
he's like, I know where to go.
Yeah,
I
he's
know
like,
what
give
to
me
do.
3 minutes.
Give me 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It's only a little walk.
Yeah, he does
tiny,
say.
so
And then it's like, hello,
they say it's a small walk. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
But the thing is that if you put that scene in where you see him die, there's no tension of what happens to him.
It's just another death scene. You had to have something to mix it up. Like we've seen what happened to Nedry. We've seen Muldoon at that point. Not yet.
No, not
you
yet.
need. Yeah, it couldn't just be like another. They've got it here.
I think the only
I agree.
way you'd possibly have tension is by not showing the raptor. You would just see him running away from something. But I think by that point you would know what's chasing
But your
him.
mind
Your mind knows what's chasing him because they would no doubt play the noise of the raptor.
But also,
flying it.
if you show him, because when Ellie and Muldoon go out to find him is where the reveal of the raptors are out happens.
Yes.
So if you play his death, you know the
That's
raptors are out.
Agreed.
If you play his death after that, then it's happened like too soon after they've gone for him. So what was he doing that whole time to make them then go for him?
I do feel like they missed a trick when the arm appears on Ellie Sadler's shoulder.
It should have been Micheal Cera. Plays the arm.
No, and she kind of like holds on to it, doesn't she? She's like,
Yeah.
Dr. Arnold pulls it down. It's a severed arm. I do feel like they missed a trick there where she could have used the arm as a club of some kind.
or a bait
raptor
to
or
throw it away. Just like, go!
See, I feel like in your version though, with Ice Cube, he then comes out, grabs the arm and just sticks it back on and goes back
He's
with
still
it.
knocking
He's
that
fine.
with the arm, yeah.
He's like, I was looking for that.
he's on the helicopter at the end.
Yeah. He's like pushing one of the Micheal Ceras off the helicopter to make sure he's got space.
Make room, motherfucker.
These are awful Ice Cube impressions.
Yeah.
Ice Cube, Ice Tea. What
Ice
are we doing?
Cube.
Ice Cube. Who's Ice Tea? Is he a thing?
That's a drink.
That's a drink.
Ice Tea is also a rapper.
Ice Tea's a rapper, right?
Yeah.
Ice Cube would definitely be better than
Ice Tea.
Ice Tea.
or Vanilla
Vanilla Ice. Or Micheal Cera.
I don't don't know about better than Micheal Cera.
All right, Ice Cube, yeah, definitely. Oh
So
man,
chain smoking Ice Cube
Yes.
locked in.
Yeah.
yes, definitely.
I have to double Micheal Cera. I think there's only one way we can go with it, and that's up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Right.
good.
So that's it.
Is that it? That's
So
everyone.
that's everyone.
We've
That's-
recasted Jurassic Park.
So
It's replaced
should we
recasting.
run it down? Run down who we had? Alan Grant is now Hugh Jackman.
Yeah,
Dennis Nedry is Jack Black.
Strong.
Henry Wu is Sandra Oh.
that's good.
Ray Arnold is now Ice Cube.
Nice. We've got Ian Malcolm is now Tika Waititi.
That's a great one.
We've got John Hammond is now Michael Caine.
What
Oh.
who was it going to be?
I was thinking Ken Watanabe.
Fuck that, Michael Caine.
But yeah. Hold up, lads. I got an idea. Dinosaur Park, right? I've spelled no expense. And then finally Robert Muldoon, Michael Fassbender.
That's a great one.
I feel like out of the three of us, I haven't got any out there picks.
No.
I think, and obviously, well, we know what. Now we just need to be reminded of Nick's monstrosity.
Yeah, come on, Nick. What have you got?
So Dr. Ellie Sattler is now played by Emily Blunt.
I mean, that is great.
That is a great choice. Great choice.
Donald Gennaro is played by Frankie Manoro. No, I'm joking. He's played by Martin Ferrero. No, wait, that's who played it originally. He's played by Paul Dano.
I mean, that's great as well. This cast is fucking stacked.
I mean, I'm taking your word on it.
He's good. He's good. Trust me. Yeah, watch There Will Be Blood. I mean, set aside like 4 hours of your life.
Unbelievable. But
Yeah. Daniel Day-Lewis. Oh, Daniel Day-Lewis can play any of these roles.
all of them.
Yeah,
at
the
same
kids.
time.
The
Yeah,
kids.
Apart
Yeah.
from the kids, yeah.
Yeah.
No, fuck it.
He's played a guy that had 1 foot. He could play a guy with 1 arm missing.
And in a career-defining performance, Tim Murphy and Lex Murphy are played both by Micheal Cera.
What have you done?
Like,
What
that's where
have
the
you
CGI
done?
budget it's not on the dinosaurs.
Yeah,
Oh
we're not,
my
we're not
God.
doing
It's on their scenes when
animatronics
they're in-
for Michael Cera.
What have you done?
I mean, we've.
What a casserole that is.
That is. I feel like it's great, but there's a few burnt crusts on the edge there.
Just a few?
That is the film cast.
I enjoyed our first casserole.
I did as well. Now, I mean, normally at the back end of these, we would maybe do like some film trivia or some stuff that like people have sent in, but obviously no one
Wow.
sent them in yet.
I actually have a question for you two guys.
Oh, is it? Who is Sandra Oh?
So, multiple times during this recasting, we have used the word iconic.
Cool.
What to you is more iconic to Jurassic Park?
Mm.
The T-Rex
Ooh.
or the Velociraptor?
Oh,
I thought you were going to say with the music. I have to be honest. And that was a really tough one, but this is interesting. I've got to say T-Rex.
Yeah.
Purely for the reason that it's like on the front screen, the marketing for all the film. It's the first big dinosaur it's not the first big dinosaur, it's the first kind of really dangerous dinosaur that you really see. And obviously it's
the last
so
dinosaur you
crazy.
see.
It's
Because
the
he does
last
that, like,
one. And when that banner comes down, when dinosaurs ruled the earth, like, that's so iconic. So for me, it's the T-Rex.
It's interesting.
Because obviously the Velociraptor plays a role in every film.
Yeah, okay, maybe. I see. It's difficult because my initial thought was the T-Rex. I mean, the T-Rex is possibly the most iconic dinosaur. Full stop.
Yeah, I think
Not talking about
yeah.
films like.
Of course, you say to a child, name your dinosaur, the first one out of their mouth is probably T-Rex.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. But I think actually a bigger impact on the film could potentially be the Raptors. I mean, like, I don't know whether I'm just being devil's advocate or being a contrarian, but
That's fun, though.
that obviously you've got the whole clever girl bit where they ambush. The very first skeleton you see, I know that on the packaging, obviously it's the T-Rex, but the skeleton they're uncovering is a raptor.
They're in the very first scene, although you don't see them directly.
That sound is
Yeah.
there. They are almost the big bad, even though not the big one. And then obviously that whole scene in that. I mean that like
Terrifying kitchen scene.
that kitchen scene where it stops and there's that click, 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 click with its toe.
Parts of this film are almost like a good horror film.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
delivered
I mean,
so
when I
well.
watched that back over the weekend, I got to that kitchen scene. It's just fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just to make you have to do the deciding vote, I'm going to go for a Velociraptor.
See, my gut was Velociraptor.
Really?
Oh,
Even though the T-Rex
Right,
is obviously
they
the,
are
is
big,
the icon, and it was the big toy back in the day.
yeah.
My gut says Velociraptors are the more iconic dinosaur because they're a more constant threat.
Do you know what I feel? The reason I feel like they are the one is because I think before Jurassic Park, everyone knew T-Rex. It got bigger because of Jurassic Park, but people still knew T-Rex. But I didn't know what Velociraptors were until Jurassic Park, and then after that, I fucking knew what Velociraptors were. You know?
Yeah.
Agree.
So I'm going with the Raptors, yeah.
Raptors it is.
My
It's
gut
official.
said Raptors when I posed this question.
It's a good one.
Oh
It's
man,
good.
what a great film.
It is a great film. And let's just say right now, it should definitely not be recast. Especially
not
with Micheal Cera.
Please leave it alone.
Yeah, I mean,
I think with that, that's
that's the
That's
first
a wrap.
one in the bag.
Thank you for listening. You'll be able to find Castor on all major streaming platforms, including Spotify and Apple Music, where you'll be able to subscribe and leave us 5 stars. With any feedback that you may have, good or bad, we are open to all suggestions because we want to put out the best product that we can. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at CastorallPod, and while you're there, maybe tell us what you think about our recasting. You can also contact us via email, castorallpod@gmail.com, with any questions you may have and suggestions for any future films that you would like us to recast. So until next time, bye from me.
Adieu.
Cheers.
Movie casserole, casserole.